Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nerdlings of all ages, welcome to the first game in tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims. The date is Friday, the 11th of March, 2022. My name is Jorisa, and we have 17 of the finest teams in Europe fighting it out here for a slice of that rather delicious points pie that we call the PUBG EU Pro Scrims. 3 games on Miramar, followed by 3 games on Erangel. We're going to be starting off here with game number 1. It's an 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock, a plane path, and as you can tell, I am suitably uncaffeinated, but that's okay, because the start of the scrims is giving me an artificial boost. I expect to need a couple of coffees in between games, but you, chat, you're going to help me along. I have full faith in you. You will be able to assist my absolutely delightful caffeinated cause this evening as we wait to see which of our teams fight with each other early on. So there you can see a whole bunch of dudes dying early on, except Senya, of course. Senya is actually driving to where everyone's dying, which is kind of funny. But those are all the coaches. So we've got up to 5 slots here for each team. The coaches are absolutely allowed to jump in with their team as well. They kill themselves at the start of the game so they can spectate their team. That's how this here works. So don't worry about that. You'll see that at the start of every single game. We have a little bit of arguments here. The Tokyo Manji gang and NaVi. Maybe grabbing a couple of vehicles, but otherwise moving. Whoa, what's going on here? What's going on here? Hello? Got the toxic players. Oh, no. Oh, no. Semi-toxic straight away. Going down to the Misfits. And someone has to tell me what's going on here. Dudik and Most Fox dropping right next to them. And they've got Leosh actually in between the 2 duos of this team as well. Now, normally, no one drops anyone else game number... Whoa, Western Circle. Much. Senya's going to be happy with that, but whoof. We'll come back to that in a second, because we've also got Wade and Quizzy right next to you. This is a little bit of a kerfuffle in the early game, if we're being perfectly honest with ourselves. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this looks like. Xerxes and Danilo of the Misfits are literally next to Leosh. Xerxes knows exactly where he is. Exactly where he is. A little bit of covering fire so he can reposition himself on the other side of the house. There we go. Leosh spotted. I mean, what on earth? Is the rest of the team coming? Oh, could the rest of the team come in? That's a question. Most Fox now breaching the house. Danilo coming round as well. They're trying to hold out till the rest of the team get here. Are we actually going to see a big push by toxic players? Great pre-fire. Fantastic SMG work. Almost getting the 1v3. Danilo finishing off Leosh. However, he might not be able to survive this. Oh, he misses the shotgun shot. And Team Misfits eliminated, though. Unfortunately, Danilo does get taken out by Jekka. And as a direct result, the Misfits are the ones that go down here. Oh, my, oh, my, oh, my. Well, there you go. Leosh and Semi-Toxic both down after that very interesting early game mix-up. But toxic players have 4 kills. Meanwhile, Quizzy manages to get in a car and away from Wade's. And everyone is going to be able to move in. Right, early rotation. Let's talk Beamy. He wants to get on top of the cliffs. Personally, I'm in favor of... I know some teams really like sort of being on the right-hand side in and around sort of these positions here around La Drillera. I like being on top of the cliffs. I think that gives us... a decent position, and it makes it a little bit easier to rotate down as well. Beamy, however, is next to NamwerMix. Let's take a look at what they're doing here. I've picked a very green color for them tonight, haven't I? I'm not gonna lie, I'm the one who input the colors in. I didn't quite realize it was gonna be this bright. You've got Jam, you've got Namwer, you've got ES Test PLH03, which by the way is Finotto. God bless Finotto. And we've got Rizd as well. Rizd? Rised? Answers on the back of a postcard. Do we go Rizd or Rised? The problem I have with The problem I have with Rise is it feels like you're incorrectly trying to say risen. And I feel like for grammatical correctness alone, as Kim sadly goes down for after all. Get dropped, spotting some prey there. Where's the rest of after all? Let's see. That was an early rotate in, so indeed he was the scout for the team. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to say rised because it feels like I'm wrongly trying to say risen, which means rizzed sounds a bit more like a nickname rather than I'm trying to say a word. You know what I mean? So rizzed feels more correct. I don't know, however, how accurate that actually is after all, to getting absolutely smashed at the moment. But fortunately, they will have a... oh my god. Oh my god, NaVi. Oh my god, NaVi. NaVi finish off toxic plays before they can actually rotate in. Which means NaVi are going to come in here and they're going to see loot box heaven. They're going to be like, what on earth happened in here? Well, NaVi cleaning up. They've only got the 2 kills, but they are absolutely the last team alive in that bit. You can see this is almost like a circle 4 kind of engagement here already. This is insane how close the teams are to each other. And it's because they know that this unplayable area is going to get chopped out. I'm actually reasonably in favor of where Sakura Zensen are. The problem is when there are so many teams here, it's very difficult to keep track of everyone who has sightlines on you. And for that reason, this can be really tricky. If it was like 7 teams left alive, they'd be feeling a lot more comfortable about this. But when there are 15 left alive, it's like, oof. It's super tricky. Virtus.pro there, giving Sakura Zensen maybe a little bit of the evil eye. Nixie's just going to quietly move back for now. I think that is for the best. NaVi now getting a move on Wades. Wades is just still looting. He definitely has vehicles and stuff. I don't need to worry about that. The rest of Tokyo Manji gang are now moving up towards Picado. Where on earth is Ding? So Ding's up there. And Heroic... Beamy just got a kill. Ah, there he is. On to Pashkez. Now, what was Pashkez doing there? Okay. So we managed to get him in this compound, and he was very, very split from the rest of his team. I mean, that's kind of fair enough, right? Like, we sort of know what's going on there. April from the Ghetto Gang, trying to get a little bit further south, looking for the possibility of having a better position in phase 2, but after all, they're going to say no to that. No, really? They're fighting again? They're fighting again? The Tokyo Manji gang and NaVi are going at it in Picado. Come on, boys. What is this, game 6? What's going on? To be fair, Quizzy is taking names. Oh my god, that's Wade's down and out. Goose Yara. He's going to give this a go, but Quizzy's seeing him. Oh, this is going to be delicious. This is going to be delicious. Watch this. Watch this. Just watch this. Oh, no. If that was cooked, like a fraction of a second less, Goose Yara's insta-dead. And there is the drive-by from Example to finish off Goose Yara as well. Oh, my God. What is going on? These guys are hungry. These guys are seriously hungry this evening. What is even happening? The rest of Tokyo Manji gang would do well just to get into circle at this point. NaVi are on their way. Wouldn't be surprised if they end up hunting them down. Enterprise versus Bystanders, who are moving in on the north side. Bystanders basically saying, I don't want to take some sort of prior position down here. I'm very happy to stay north, but unfortunately, Enterprise already here. So Bystanders actually played the less played position to an extent. And unfortunately for them, someone is already here. Unfortunately. Right, Academy of Death have made it in. NaVi have made it in without killing another 5 squads. It's kind of waiting for whether or not that would happen. Explode's going super long here. Check it out. We've got Wookie Bookie in the club with Michael, Vashku, and Jazza. Not sure what's going on with that tiny logo. I suspect it's a problem I can fix either in the breaks or at the end of the night. That is the right logo, though. It's just pretty tiny. I'll see if I can fix that. Here comes phase 2. And phase 2 predictably goes away from the cliffs, but it's actually a southern shift as well. Vala Del Mar Very much inside the circle. Explodes will be happy with that. And look at this, question mark, Enterprise. Bystanders will not be happy with this, I can tell you that much. Oh my god. These guys are going to have to move quite far. They've got a minute until this next zone starts to shrink. They're going to have to think up some pretty interesting shenanigans if they want to find a way out of here. Short and Flamey. Have they got a vehicle down here? Yes, they've got a Murado. So the Bystanders have got cars to deal with. They're going to need to. Virtus.pro taking shots at SKADE. Pixelic down to 3 wheels. He's reversing, but not fast enough to escape Batulins and Perfectix, unfortunately. And that is a Pixelic out in the meantime. The rest of the squad are a little bit further down. We've got Nowick, Gemty, and Ibby. Nowick's got an idea where T-Boat is. But they're getting peppered from enough angles that I'm not 100% sure they necessarily want to fight that right now. Question mark hugging the cliff to get down, hopefully, without getting shot up by anyone. I don't think they'll be bothered by Afterhold, who are crossing the road themselves. Big fight here between Sakura Zensen and NaVi. NaVi are just going at it today, aren't they? 5 kills and counting. That's a really nice grenade example. Already partway through medding, decides to keep going and just hugs the corner of the room. That actually maximizes the efficiency of that med. Really smart move from there. Nade up into the top to try and follow up that knock they got earlier. Techers is holding an off angle. Nixie manages to get the res off though by the looks of things. Let's take a look at Sakura Zensen inside. Was that a Molotov? No, it wasn't. Well, oh, it was. I beg your pardon. Nixie though at full health. Techers maybe not quite having enough time. High man as well. Just popping some painkillers in the bathroom, as you do. It's a Friday night. You gotta prepare to go out. These guys know what they're doing. Pre-drinks. Bit of ibuprofen. Good as gold. Smokes on the staircase to try and prevent NaVi from coming up. Let's see how aggressive they want to be. Smokes coming down the stairs, of course. They know exactly what's up here. They don't necessarily want to push up just yet. It's 3 on the bottom versus 3 on the top. Quizzy finds Techers with an underarm grenade through the window. Molotov to finish things off. Will that actually get anyone? Let's see. Not quite. Techers is in the corner, but there hasn't been actually any time for Sakura Zensen to try and get the revive off. That's delaying their healing efforts. NaVi don't know that for sure, but it's actually super helpful. Smoke's going down now to try and get the revive, and I think NaVi have decided it might not be worth the push. They're basically trying to debate whether it's a good idea to go up the stairs at this point. High man still holding the angle there. You can see the smoke grenades down. If I show you guys what it actually looks like, I don't think NaVi want to move up this staircase right now. So NaVi, Sakura Zensen, that battle's still raging on. Just doing a quick check to see if anyone else is in the middle of crashing. It doesn't look like it. Zone 3 is moving north of Vela Del Mar. Ding and Explodes are both going to be happy with that. Remember, Explodes came from the south in phase 1, and they've actually got the nicest position in circle and the nicest split. Wookie Bookie immediately moving towards Uber, and Uber going back to join Sail. He probably thinks it was more than one member of the team, but it's actually just the one from Wookie Bookie, from Explodes even. Well, one or the other. Let's go ahead and check out what's happening. This has slowed down quite a lot, and NaVi have been very, very, shall we say, angry. They've been angry in their start to today's Pro Scrims. That's the most polite way of putting it. They've taken every possible shot they can get. Now they've slowed down just a little bit. The Academy of Death are thinking about coming through. NaVi fires a couple of warning shots. Bombilovo is going to be the recipient of more than just a couple of warning shots in just a second, though. We've got Explodes and Vashku up ahead of them, but I think they're going to be grabbing this concrete. They are, and it's actually empty. Would you look at that? So that's all good. I suspect NaVi or Sakura Zensen would probably have wanted that compound if they were allowed to move. They aren't, though. As you can see from this view here, NaVi still very much firmly on the bottom floor. Heroic getting into a bit of a tussle. Who is that with? Is that with SKADE? It is with SKADE. Ibby gets knocked. But I think, is he getting res? No, that was a finish. Okay, so SKADE down to 2. Virtus.pro up on top of the rocks. Gemty actually had a really good angle onto Batulins, but I think there's just too many other angles they can get a shot into this window, and that makes it a problem for him. SKADE want to be aggressive, but they can't afford to be right now. It's a tricky situation, to be sure. I'm seeing some damage being done there. What's the crack? Let's find out. It's a molly. NaVi must be starting to run out of utility now, though. Oh, that's not what I meant. Top of the stairs now is at least one member of NaVi. That's an interesting view. There we go. Who's coming up the stairs? It's Bananas in pajamas. And conveniently, they are bright yellow as well. NaVi thinking about it. Alia closest to the bottom of the stairs right now. I mean, at some point, they're all going to have to move. It just might be phase 4 or phase 5. And in fairness, Sakura Zensen didn't ask for this, right? There's absolutely no need. There's a crash over here. We're going to take a look at that. This is after ult on question mark with Enterprise stuck in the middle as well. An awful three-way fight. It's going to be very messy. After all, trying to stay to one side, they recognize that there are players up and down the mountain. Hibako getting a little bit close for comfort. That's Faultlessly and Dante down as well, which leaves a doozy. But a doozy's right next to 2 members of Enterprise. No, both members of Enterprise, they are dead. But is a doozy the last member of the team? Fate is up as well. Where is Fate? Fate is up there. Okay. Crawling his way in. It looks like the Enterprise are gone. After all, should be able to get this revive up. They do. Needs to hit the deck to heal. And unfortunately, from in the blue as well, a doozy with the off angle there was so smart, by the way. So smart. And a doozy manages to help finish off the rest of After Ult. Back in the House of Death. Guys, just sell them the ground floor flat. You can buy the first floor flat and share the building. You're all good. Just relax. You're all fine. You're all fine. You're all fine. Oh, Heroic down to 2. Heroic are down to 2. T-Bone just got sniped down from Virtus.pro. Finotto of NamwerMix. Well, he's got a shack to play with, if nothing else at the moment. And wow, okay. Well, double bolt from Namwer eliminates question mark. So I guess Heroic know who's up there. Some excellent shots, by the way, from Namwer there. No question at all. Sakura Zensen are downstairs now. That makes things very interesting indeed. They found a way out. Nixie, though, gets headshot. Quizzy has to heal, but that's a good trade. What's going to happen elsewhere? It's up to Highman. Oh, and Highman dodges the flashbang. Turns around and manages to get an absolutely stunning finish onto NaVi. Sakura Zensen then will survive with 2 Highman and Tekkas take home the spoils. NaVi, who have been so aggressive this game, now out at the 18-19 minute mark. Here comes Virtus.pro then onto SKADE. SKADE have had a rough time trying to rotate. They haven't necessarily had the prior positions, but they've held their own. And Virtus.pro now want to challenge that. They've lost Lou, still 3 alive, and I think it's 3 alive versus Novik. Is that going to be it? It is indeed just Novik left. Page knocks Perfectix. Novik's got 4 grenades. He could probably give this a go, I think. He's waiting for Spyro. Already on the table, so he doesn't take damage from the Molotov. Super smart. And Perfectix is getting rezzed. Right there. They are safely away, but only just. Noak then going to be moving up towards the roof. Little bit worrying that Heroic might actually spot him there as well. So not necessarily ideal. All of these teams, by the way, have to move away to get into circle. Elsewhere, the Tokyo Manji gang are down. Who were they fighting? They were fighting the Bystanders. You also got Explodes coming up against Ghetto Gang. SKADE eliminated as Spyro finally finds Noik, who was a thorn in their side for so long. Well done to Noik. Virtus.pro with 5 kills. Will stay up with 3. Wookie Bookie down and out. Jazza down and bleeding. Very close to where Michael is. I think. But Michael has to hold out the rest of the Ghetto Gang. Vashku down as well, and suddenly it's all on Michael. 2 flashbangs as he tries to move backwards to get back to the compound. If he can do this... Oh, if he can do this! 15 hit points! Gedrox and Co. must know that this is a push. That's gotta be a push, right? You buy yourselves this much time, you have to go for it to an extent, but maybe they were just a little bit too far split. April and Gedrox will be able to make it in. Fine. And now Virtus.pro, they've been fighting on the edge for so long that they have to deal with being in the blue and getting... I'm not sure Spyro can. Look at how much that's chunking. I think we are in dire trouble indeed, Virtus.pro. You managed just to get a heal off, but how's he getting into zone? There's still 9 teams left alive, not even getting a placement point for this. So many aggressive teams caught out by the zone shifting south. Academy of Death to their south, and they actually have to move in. Oh no, Tekka's going down is a huge deal because Highman is now the only member left alive. I think the Blue's gonna catch Tekka's before he can... No, he's being shot from someone else. He has to back off. So said we'll be able to get the point. Highman on 2 HP, and the Blue Zone's gonna do it. The Blue Zone's going to do it. NamwerMix out in 9th, and that's Sakura Zensen at least picking up a placement point for holding out that long. You know what? You know what? Spyro's got 5 first aids, and it's actually buying him a minimum of 2 points. I can't believe it. This is actually working. I actually can't believe this is working. Surely this is it, right? No, it's not! He just keeps on going. He's got 5 first aids again now. If Spyro gets into zone, I think I'm going to eat my hat. I don't think they can, though. No, surely not. Surely not. That bug with the tire screech on the buggy is quite annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Spyro might make it in. We need to watch this. Spyro might make it in. 5 seconds till the zone starts closing. He's now got no more first aids. He has to run for it. He's gonna make it in! I don't believe it! Virtus.pro have made it into circle! I need to find a chocolate hat. If someone can get me a chocolate hat, I would appreciate it, because I need to eat it. Unbelievable! That's the Jorisar move, that is. Get some of those ranking points. Come in with 6 first aids. Go, don't worry, boys. I'll get us some points. Man after my own heart. Uber, by the way, for Ding, is literally next to Ghetto Gang right now, but I'm not 100% sure they know that. He just wants them to go away so he can go in last minute. There is no question that Ding doesn't want to fight anyone. He just wants to get in here and go prone. If he can next to this vehicle, that would almost be perfect. So can Ding squeeze a couple more placement points out of this game? Heroic, though, might actually have a good angle onto him. Beamy, there is no way you're getting up there. No way. He's worried someone's right up there, but the Academy of Death have actually retreated from that position a little while ago. Ghetto Gang are now going to make their way in. We got the Bystanders on the south. Only Michael from Explodes, but he did make that run into the compound. That's actually paid dividends for him. Should get him a couple of points at least. He's going to be fairly fine. Uber trying to run his way across and then realizing actually Heroic are there. That might not be a good idea. Has he been spotted by Ghetto Gang? He hasn't. But he will now. He absolutely will now. Get rocks! And Sancho goes down. I actually think that the zone's gonna engulf him as well. Can Sancho get carried? He needs to get carried. Uber gets eliminated. That's Ding down. And the Ghetto Gang, drastic action here required to save Sancho. Oh no. Did he put him down a little bit too short? He did not. Okay, they're good. They can get back up there. Academy of Death then. Fake holding ground because Heroic have had to go into the smoke and res. Soset and Bombilovo even. Both down at the moment. Soset is resable. Heroic eliminated by that beautiful frag grenade from Fake. Wow. I didn't follow the frag because I thought it was close, but I didn't think it was hitting. My bad. Well played, Fake at Academy of Death. Next circle, very much a hard shift to the southwest. The Ghetto Gang now moving in towards Michael. Excellent knock onto April. That's 2 knocks for Michael now. He needs to heal. Oh, the 300 IQ dodge of the Molotov there. He needs to get into the shack and heal. He's got bandages. He has to do it. Oh, unfortunately not, though. Kino from the Bystanders able to spot him from behind, and that's going to be that Spyro into the top 4. What an absolute beast. Unbelievable. What to do when your game or your mid-game isn't necessarily going the way you wanted? Well, there is your answer. Virtus.pro still very much alive and well in this game right now, ladies and gentlemen. So right now, we've got the Ghetto Gang with 4 up, although we're making that 3 because the Bystanders are pushing in now. Let's take a quick look at Kino, who has 3 kills so far this game. Looking out for the Academy of Death, who have got 3 left. The Bystanders have 3, and Virtus.pro have 1! Wow, beautiful pre-fire there from Kino. Gets the headshot on the barrel. That's going to be more than enough. X also getting spotted out. The Ghetto Gang should have plenty of time to revive, but only because there are no nades being chucked in. If a couple of grenades were getting put into this top floor now, the Ghetto Gang would be in a lot of trouble. X returns the favor and Kino goes down. Herky has to go for a quick revive, in my opinion. Ghetto Gang will know that that's the person who knocked. What they don't know is whether anybody is there to revive. Smoke's going out and Molly's on Ghetto Gang. This should give Herky the cover he needs to go up towards Kino. Second Molly going down. And basically they're trying to work out, is he pushing or is he just buying time to revive? And he is just buying time to revive. So they will be able to reset. Oh, wow. That second Molly actually got Gedrox as well. That's useful for them. Very, very useful indeed. You can see the Bystanders there in one half of this pair of buildings. The Ghetto Gang, all 4 of them in the other half. So very much in an enclosed space. And the Academy of Death on the outside looking in. Virtus.pro want nothing to do with this fight. Spyro's very, in fact, phase 8, and Spyro is the most sensual of anyone. Lol. All the fighting's happening here. Fantastic Molotov by Fake. At this point, I don't know if Academy of Death realized there were 2 different squads in that building. Although there aren't anymore as the Bystanders make way. They're continuing to have a peek. I think they're just waiting for... I honestly think they're strangling Ghetto Gang right now. Ghetto Gang have to move for next circle. So in theory, whoever moves first and gatekeeps them has the advantage here. We've got the smoke corridor coming out. Ghetto Gang have to try something. Otherwise, they'll get cooked by the blue zone. Here comes Gedrox. They're wrapping themselves basically around Spyro. Now, Spyro is in a very multi-layered sandwich. Spyro gets flashed, but I don't even think they were intending on flashing him. Gedrox gets knocked. Spyro thinking about where to go. Spyro here trying to set a world record for the most damage done. Most damage taken in a game, but admittedly by the blue zone. Is by the broken wall. And so said saw him just before the smoke got too thick. That's Virtus.pro eliminated. But in third place, what an incredible game from them. It's now the Academy of Death and Ghetto Gang duking it out for the first chicken dinner of the day. X manages to get Gedrox. But so said has managed to infiltrate the house. Unfortunately, though, Academy of Death suffering losses outside as well. Gedrox will be telling him, watch outside. Blazor giving him comms as well. It's 2v1. X potentially has an angle on him as well. He does outside at the tree. And the Academy of Death, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful logo there. The Grim Reaper comes. Everyone else on the server here. 10 kills on the chicken dinner in game number 1 of tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims. In second place, we have the Ghetto Gang. And in third place, it's Virtus.pro.